Hello everyone, welcome to my video! So in this session, we are diving into
TOEFL listening strategy.
super duper important for you guys. Okay, so this would be 34th skills that we would like to explain to you guys. So just thank me later. Thank us later. Okay, so the first until 17th skills would be explained by me, Disyela, Apriswa, Mandai, and
The
17th
18 to 34 would like to
explain it
explain
by
it by Regita Permatutami.
Yay, so stay tuned and focus on this video, okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. Okay, so guys, in the first strategy would helps you quickly identify the correct answer by paying close attention to the last line of a short dialogue. So focus on the last line. So we will also practice these techniques with some example questions, breaking them down step by step. And okay, so the key is focus on the last line. Alright, let's start it. So, in the short dialogues involve conversation between two people, each followed by a question. It is important to understand that the answer to this type of question is most often, but not always, remember, most often found in the last line of the conversation. Okay, so let's see to the example. So the men say, Billy really made a big mistake this time. And the women say, yes, he forgot to turn in his research paper. So, what does the women say about Billy? Okay, we can see the last line. In the last line, the women say he forgot to turn in his research paper. So, in the ABCD, the last line of the dialogue indicates that Billy forgot it's same with didn't remember, turn in it's same as submit, and research paper is same as his assignment. So the answer must be correct. The answer must be correct. Okay. It's very simple, guys. And let's see to the exercise 1. The men say, can you tell me if today's matinee is a comedy, romance, or western? And the women say, I have no idea. Okay, focus on the last line. Focus on the last women say, I have no idea. Okay, so in this option, he has a strong idea. It's completely incorrect, yeah, guys. And the fact that the woman has no idea, it's of course that she has no preferences. She has not any likely, and the most correct answer must be D. She does not know. Okay, and the second example, just focus to the last line. I rang the bell, but no one answered. Okay, so this would be a bell, so the would be incorrect, yeah. The bell wasn't in the house, or the house doesn't have a bell. It's totally wrong. And the man say no one answered, so it means Barb didn't answer it. So the correct answer is B. The house was probably empty because no one answered. Okay. And last example. Just focus to the last line, okay? I think it's highly unlikely that I got the job. So you can see the C is correct. So it sounds like the interview was apparently quite unsuccessful. Okay, so the strategy for the first strategy is focus on the last line. So you must be you must be answer you must be see the last line of the dialogue probably contains the answer to the question. And second, listen to the first line of the dialogue. If you understand it, that's good. But if don't understand it, don't worry because it probably does not contain the answer. And the third, be ready to focus on the last line of the dialogue because it probably the answer. And repeat the last line in your mind as you read through the answer in the text. Okay? It's very simple. Okay, for the second skill or the second strategy, you have to choose answer with synonyms. Let's see to the example, yeah. For the example, why is Barbara feeling so happy? And the man said, she just started working in a real estate agency. And the question is, what does the man say about Barbara? Alright, so the key word is started working. You can see started is similar, it's same like begin, it's synonymous with begin, and working it means job. So the answer must be B. Alright, so the strategy, you have to listen to the last line of the dialogue and focus on keyword in that line. If you see any synonyms for keywords in particular answer, then you have probably found the correct answer. Okay, and next, the third skill or the third strategies. So the third strategies is you have to avoid similar sounds. So be careful for the similar sounds. For example, this searching an apartment it have similar sounds with department, the search, an appointment, or church. I'm sorry. So the keywords in the last line of the dialogue are searching an apartment. And the answer C and D, the word research and church sounds like search, but so these answers are incorrect. You have to avoid the similar sounds. And the answer A and D has the same as a similar sound like department and appointment sound like apartment. So the correct answer is B. He was looking for a place to live. Okay, you can see the the question is, I heard that Sally just moved into a new big house near the beach. The man said, but Sally doesn't have a cent. Okay, so let's see that Sally has no sense of responsibility. The sense here is similar with send, and Sally sent her friend to the house. Send here is similar sound with send, and Sally is on the set with her. It also have the same or has a similar sound with send. So the correct answer is C. Sally has no money because Sally doesn't have a cent. Alright guys, so in this strategy, you have to identify keywords in the last line of the dialogue. And second, you have to identify words in the answers that contain similar sounds and do not choose these answers. It must be tricky guys, but if you guys always practicing and you guys know the vocabulary, that must be make it simpler or easier to understand this strategy. Sorry, guys. And for the fourth skill or fourth strategy, you can draw conclusions about who, what, and where. In this example, the question is who. So, in the dialogue, it may be contains the where and why. As you can see, the women say, "Can you tell what assignment I missed when I was absent from your class?" So the class here, it answered the where. And you missed one homework assignment as a quiz. Homework and quiz here, it's answer the what. And what is identical with class, homework, and quiz? Is it a newspaper's editor? No. A police officer? No. Is it a student? Yeah, maybe, but of course you have to understand the context first. So the best answer is a teacher. It it um it answered the who in the who which the who identic with class, homework, and quiz. I'm sorry if my explanation is not totally clear. I'm trying, guys. And next, are you going into the water? Or are you just going to lie there in on the sand? I think I need to put on some suntan lotion. Okay, so you can see the water, sand, and suntan lotion. Without you see the answer, it of course it refers to beach. Okay, so the answer is at the beach. So the conclusions about who, what, and where. It is common for you to be asked to draw one of the following conclusions in the short dialogue. 1. Who is probably talking? 2. What will be probably do next? And 3. Where does the dialogue probably take place? Okay. Next, for the fifth strategy or fifth skill, listen for who and what in passives. What does that mean? So for who in passive, we can say that is she or he or they, like that. You can see, for the example, did Sally go to the bank this morning? Yes, she did. She also, as she got a new checking account. Okay, so the she it refers to Sally, right? So in the dialogue, the woman uses an active statement and she got a new checking account, which means that Sally opened a checking account. So the correct answer uses the passive structure that a new checking account was opened to express the same idea. So therefore, the best answer to the question above is C. Alright. So for the passive statements, if the dialogue contains a passive statement, the answer to the question is often an active statement. But if the dialogue contains an active statement, the answer to the question is often a passive statement. Okay, so check carefully who or what is doing the action in this question. Alright, I would like to explain the exercise 5. Alice needs to pay her tuition today, but her tuition has already been paid. So the tuition is, it means education, and they say it's already been paid. So the answer is Alice's education has paid off. And the second, have you been taking good care of the lawn? I watered it only this morning. Okay, so the best answer is the lawn has already been watered today. Alright, guys. For the skill 6, is listen for who and what with multiple nouns. Okay, let's see. Do you know who is the band now? I heard that Mara replaced Robert in the band. Okay, so in the woman's response to the man's question, she talks about two people, Mara and Robert. And these two people are confused in the answers. Because Mara replaced Robert, this means that Mara took Robert's place in the band. The best answer is D. Mara took Robert's place in the band. So when there are multiple nouns in a sentence, it is common for the answer to confuse which noun does what. Alright? And for the seventh skill or seventh strategies is listen for negative expressions. So the men say, how did they get to their grandmother's house in Maine in only 5 hours? The women say, they didn't drive slowly on the trip to Maine. So this this have negative expression like didn't and slowly. So didn't slowly it means quickly. It's very simple, guys. Just see the answer. The exercise 7. It says, I can't seem to get the door unlocked. That isn't the key for the door. So the answer is, this is not the right key. So it means the man has the wrong key. Simple, right? So there is types of negative expressions. For the expression is regular, negative, not, or aren't, and other negatives like nobody, none, nothing, never, and negative prefix like an, in, this. For example, Tom is not sad about the result. It means not sad, are happy. And nobody arrived on time. Saul never works hard. Nobody is nobody on time. It means late. Never work hard. It's lazy. And the passion was insane. Insane it means not sane. So it means crazy. Alright, for the eighth skill or eighth strategies, the men say, I can't believe the news that I heard about the concert. Well, it isn't impossible for the correct concert to take place. So this is double negative expression like isn't and impossible. So isn't impossible it means might. It can be happened. For example, like this. In the exercise 8, Paula, you worked so hard setting up the field trip. I hope no one's unhappy. No one's unhappy. So it means that she hoped that everyone happy. But happy is same with pleased. So she hopes everyone will be pleased. And second, I didn't study enough, so I didn't do well. There is two I didn't. So the answer is his grade was poor because of inadequate preparation. And the third is, were your friends able to get tickets for the concert? Mark couldn't get tickets for the concert and neither could Paul. So neither it means Paul too. It's for the negative like couldn't like this. So it means both were unable to obtain tickets. So let's see for double negatives. Negative work like not, no, not, and a negative perfect like in and this. Like I've already the example. He didn't like the unclean office. So did not like unclean it means like clean office. Yeah, you can see in this table. Like it isn't snowing, so they aren't going to the mountains. It implies that they would go if it were snowing. Neither or not either. Sue didn't like the movie and neither did Mark, but did not like the movie. Okay. For the ninth strategies is listen for almost negative expressions. Almost negative. Like barely enough. Like barely enough. It means he paid bill but has no money left. So in the main statement, the word enough indicates that there was enough, so he paid the bill. However, it was barely enough, so he almost did not have enough and certainly has no money left. So the correct answer is he paid the bill but has no money left. Alright. And for the example, like it's a common almost negative expressions that commonly used in TOEFL listening test. Almost none. It's for the example expression is like hardly, barely, scarcely, only like that. For example, there is hardly any food in the refrigerator. Almost never. I'm sorry again. Almost never. Rarely or seldom. He rarely drives to work. Okay. I think my health it's getting worse. So let's start it for the 10th skill. Our 10th strategy is listen for negatives with comparatives. So it's comparing, it's like negatives and comparatives. So no one is more intelligent. So no is negative and more intelligent is comparative. The men respond to the women's question with the negative no and the comparative more intelligent, and this combination has superlative meaning. So the no one is more intelligent is it means the smartest. So the answer is she is the smartest student in the class. For example, I couldn't be feeling any better. Couldn't, it's negative and better is comparative and it means he is feeling terrific. He couldn't have been more unfriendly. Couldn't, it's negative and more unfriendly is comparative. So it means Mike didn't seem like to him at all. He, he is very, very unfriendly. Alright, so more is comparative, and for example, no one is more beautiful than she is. It means she is the most beautiful. It's also comparative, like happier, prettier, taller, smaller, like that. It's he couldn't be happier, so it means he is extremely happy. He really happy. And for the 11th skill is listen for expressions of agreement. So the expression is like, so do I, me too, I will say, isn't it, you can say that again. And for the disagreement is neither do I don't either. So, like this. So do I is means agree, yeah? So the answer is she agree with the man. Neither do I. She also agree, but it's negative. Like, he shares the woman's opinion. Okay, let's see for the exercise 11. These paintings are really fascinating, aren't they? Okay, aren't they? So it means that he finds the paintings is fascinating or quite interesting. Okay, and the second, I don't really care for the way the building was renovated. And the men say, I don't either. So it means the men have the same opinion of the building as the women. So the answer is B. This is also me too. So of course the women agrees with the man. Alright. Next is the seventh is 12th skill. Listen for expression of uncertainty and suggestion. Like this, isn't it? It's like she thinks that it might be hard. So let's say to the example. In this example, why not is an expression of suggestion. So the woman suggests doing it now. In this suggestion, the woman is referring to the paper that the man needs to type. So the best answer is A. Finishing the paper today. Alright, so there is expression of uncertainty and suggestion. Isn't it? It's like a question tag. And as far as I know, as far as I can tell, and the suggestion is why not or less, like that. Okay, for the example, they have to leave at 4 o'clock, don't they? So it means they are returning from the city at about 4, sorry. And let's stop to get a drink. Let's hear a suggestion. So they should take a break and have a drink. As far as I know, it's same. It's an expression of uncertainty and uncertainty. So she's sure that the exam is set for Thursday. Alright, for the 13th is listen for emphatic expression for surprise. So there is did and like this, like this, like this. Sorry. So the emphatic form is like be, do, did, have, with emphasis like is, can, do, did, has. And for the example, then he is here. So it means the writer thought he was not here. Then he is. I thought he was not here. Then you can go. I thought you could not go. Then you do play tennis. I thought you did not play tennis. It's very simple, right? Now let's just see to the exercise 13. The man say, I just got 600 on the TOEFL test. The woman said, then you did pass. So it means the women thought that the men have not passed. Okay? And next, for the skill 14 is listen for wishes. So let's see. I really wish I could go with you and the others to Palm Springs. So it's just a wish. It means that he's unable to go on the trip. Okay, let's see. This is the point of key information about wishes. So an affirmative wish implies a negative reality. For example, I wish I had time to help. So it means she no have no time to help. And a negative wish implies an affirmative reality. I wish I didn't have time to help. So it means that she have time to help. Okay? A past tense verb implies a present reality. I wish he were at home. That means is not at home. A past perfect tense verb implies a past reality. I wish he had been at home. It means was not at home. Alright. And for the 15th strategy is listen for untrue conditions. It's like the important idea to remember about conditions is that condition implies that the opposite of the condition is true. But this is like the opposite. Okay, do you think that you will be able to go to the party? Women say, if I had time, I would go. So the opposite is that she had no time, so it's impossible to go. That she wouldn't go. Okay, let's see to the table for answer condition. If she were at home, she could do it. So it means not at home. If she weren't at home, she could do it. So it means at home. It's like the opposite. Okay. If I had money, I would buy it. It means do not have money. If I had money, I would have bought it. It also the meaning is did not have money. Okay. Had I had money, I would have bought it. It's also have the same meaning. It means didn't have money. Okay, remember the past tense. Remember that were is used instead of was in answer conditions. If I were there, I would have. This has the same meaning as if I had money. Note that the subject and had are inverted. Alright, guys. For the 16th skills, um, is listen for 2 and 3 part verbs. Let's see for the example. There is the underlined word is cold off. So you have to you have to have some vocabulary. You have to understand any meanings like call off, turn in, turn off, check in, check out, like that. So you can understand these strategies. So for the example, put it off for another week. Okay, so this is another week. It means that it's delays. Put it off for another week. It means delayed. And turn run out of it. It means the soap is sold out. There is no more soap. So it means the answer is C. And for the last skill, listen for idioms. This is same as before. You have to increase your knowledge. You have to increase your vocabulary, your understanding about idioms, about any vocabularies like um, 2 and 3 part verbs. Yeah, you have to understand all of it. So it can make you easier to understand, to listen, to differentiate the um, answer, to differentiate the words that it says from the sounds of the listening test skill. Alright, for the skill 17 is listen for idioms. So idioms appear in some question in the short dialects. Idioms are special expressions in language that all speakers of the language know. These special expressions describe one situation in life but are applied to many different areas of life. Idiom questions can be difficult for a student because they seem to be describing one situation when they are really describing a different situation. Okay, let's see the example. He is really burning the candle at both ends. So it's idioms. Like if you know these meanings, the idiom meanings, you cannot answer the question. So in this question, the idiom burning the candle at both ends has nothing to do with candles and nothing to do with burning on fires. So the answer A, B, and D is correct because there are candle, and firefighter. It just idiom, so it must be incorrect. Instead, this idiom is an expression that is used in a situation when someone is trying to do more than he or she really can do. So after all, a candle usually only burns at one end, so a candle that burns at two ends is doing too much. Therefore, the best answer for the question above is C. He is doing too much. Okay, let's see for the first question. Don't worry about it. It's a piece of cake. Piece of cake. It doesn't mean that the man should try a piece of cake. Um, it's not about cake, guys. So the answer is easy. So the piece of cake, it's easy. Alright, guys. So that's all for the explanation of skills 1 until 17 from focus on the last line and listen for idioms. So for the next, for 18 to 34, it would be explained by Regita in her videos. So just check it out. And thank you for watching. Thank you for your attention. Bye bye.